stop doing this, people. Hold me accountable. Stop letting me buy books. There's so many books on my floor. Oh my god. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back, my book loving friends. My name is Christina, and today we are doing a book haul. So I have a book buying problem. I know this. Am I going to do anything to fix it? No. So we're gonna do a book haul today because I have acquired a lot of books within the last 2 months, especially in June. In the months of June and July, I purchased a whole bunch of books and figured why not just do a book haul. There is no organization to this. I don't remember what books I bought in June, and I don't remember what books I bought in July. I just know these are all my most recent ones. That's all I know. So I'm sorry for the disorganization of this video. There is not going to be any specific order. The only order is I'm actually going to start with my book of the month picks for both months because I actually know about those. And then I will go into books that I've already read that I've purchased recently. And then we'll kind of go from there. Honestly, I don't know if there is or isn't more. Yeah, I have a problem with buying books and just not reading them. So, let's just kind of get into the video. There is no organization to this video. I am also, thankfully, full of caffeine. So, let's start this video because it's going to be a long video. Alright, so we are going to start with my book of the month picks for the month of June. And we're actually going to start with a book I am unhauling. That book is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I read this the minute that I got it in my hands. I was so excited for this book, could not wait for it. And I hated this book. I had such high expectations, and this book just did not meet any of them, so I am going to unhaul this. I'm thinking about possibly making a Depop account, so I will let you guys know when I actually do that, and we'll kind of go from there. So the other book I got in June was The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes by C.O. Axelrod. Sorry if I butchered that. This was the book of the month pick. This was giving me a lot of Grown vibes. Like, a lot of Grown. If you guys have read Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson, this is the kind of vibes that it's giving me because it's about a girl who's trying to come up in the music industry. That's really all I know. The next book I got in June was The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I did read this. I actually read this for Summerween. Check out all my Summerween vlogs. They're all up on my channel, and they were so much fun. I had such a fun time. But I did read this for Halloween. Nope. I ended up reading this for Summerween, and I had a blast reading it. I had a blast reading this. It was such a fun time. Twists and turns, and I'm not a thriller reader. And I really enjoyed this book. So I think that's telling you something, okay? I did also tab the book up, hence why you can probably see some tabs, but I didn't go tab crazy. I didn't really care too much, but, anyway. The next books, let's get into them, because honestly, I don't know how I feel about them, so let's kind of go. These were my July picks from Book of the Month. The first book I got was 56 Days. Now, the only reason I got this was because I desperately wanted an add-on, and I needed to pick one of the books, and I did not like any of the fan favorites, and this one sounded the most intriguing. I'm pretty sure this is like a thriller that takes place during coronavirus and during the pandemic. I am not ready to read this anytime soon. I do hope to get to it one day, just probably not anytime soon. The next book was obviously very hyped, and it was Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I am hopefully trying to do a Riley Sager vlog. I just need to plan that out. So, and the last and final pick that I got from July is actually the one I'm the most excited about, because not only is it the prettiest, but it's actually the one that intrigues me the most. That book is Half a Second Shadows by Laura Sebastian. I can't wait for this book. I know it's like a King authorial retelling. I think, okay, over here it says the story of Camelot in hers. So I'm very excited for this book. I actually really can't wait. I love the idea of like a King author retelling. I just haven't loved most of what I have type of read. I don't really know what the fuck I'm saying. Yeah. Great. 5 minutes just on Book of the Month picks. They're just 6 books. Kill me. We're gonna fly through this because honestly I have way too many books, and I don't want this to be a really long video because I'm gonna hate myself for editing this video. Next book that I remember purchasing in June was The Girl from the Sea by Molly Knox Ostertag. I don't know. This is a graphic novel. This was very, very fun. I loved this. I did already read this fantastic. It was so much fun. I had a great time reading this. And the next book... The next book is very dear to my heart. It's probably going to be in my top 10 of the entire year because it's probably one of my favorite books of all time at this point. And that is A Diary of Blood by S.T. Gibson. I devoured this book. I loved this book. This book just hits close to home. If you guys have not read this book yet, I will completely tell you guys every single time in every single video to pick up A Diary of Blood because it's just so good. Right, so the next part of this video, I'm just gonna kind of go in like a whim. I have books on my floor that I'm going to start with because I have like 3 that were just on my shelves because I actually had space on my shelves for them. And then the rest are all on my TBR cart. So, we're going to go ahead and just zoom through these books, okay? First book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. We all know I love Sarah J. Maas. We all know I love ACOTAR, so I'm very excited to dive into the series, and I really want to see where it goes and what Sarah J. Maas really does with it. Now, I do want to say that for this series, I do not have exceedingly high hopes for the first 3 books. The next 2 books I actually purchased because of Summerween, and the first of those books was Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. And I did read this in the dark for Summerween. It was a lot of fun. And the next book is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. We all know how I feel about this book. I love Grady Hendrix. I am such a Grady Hendrix hoe right now. I love his books. His books are great. His books are gross. I had a fun blast of a time reading this. Also read this for my Summerween. And this was actually the first book I read for Summerween. I ended up reading this in a day. A lot of fun. Could not even grasp the idea that this book was so fucking good, okay? So these next books are actually all part of a series. They're not in order right now. They're just kind of here. But the next books I purchased were the entirety of the Wicked Villain series by Katie Robert. We know how I feel about Katie Robert now. I do have a Katie Robert vlog out where I read Desperate Measures, Learn My Lesson, and Neon Gods. I do not own Neon Gods. I actually borrowed Neon Gods from our library. But these books are just like... 1, their spines, beautiful. And then 2, their covers are just like, we're going to go one by one, okay? Covers are beautiful. Beautiful. Stunning! This one's my favorite. They're all gorgeous, okay? Like, they're all gorgeous. And they're all retellings of Disney villains who end up with, I believe, like, the princess. Fan-fucking-tastic. I can't. I honestly can't. It's going to be such a mess when I clean this up. Alrighty, and the next book I have is actually for a buddy read. I just bought this really recently, and that is A Song of Rights and Ruin by Roseanne Brown. Roseanne A. Brown. I am buddy reading this with Amber from Cozy Nature Reads. Me and Amber are very excited to pick this book up. I can't wait to pick this book up. I don't know anything about this book. We all know this about me. I don't know synopses. Nothing new. Staying on brand on this channel. Thank you very much. This next book is actually also inspired by Amber. I talk to Amber like all the time, and she's constantly like talking about books that I just don't really hear of all that much. This book is a pretty hyped up book recently that I've seen a lot on book Twitter, and that is Blackout. It's a book made up of short stories, all by black authors, and they're just all cute black love stories. I cannot wait to dive into this. I've heard the audiobook is really good, so I might actually listen to the audiobook of this. This next book I actually purchased because of Jan, and don't hate me, Jan, for not reading this yet. I'm just in a mini slump right now. But that book is Tokyo Ever After by Amiko Jean. I cannot wait to read this. Jan did describe it as Princess Diaries, but make it Japanese, and I'm still here for it. I did start reading this. I have not picked it up since. I need to pick this book up. Here's my bookmark! I've been looking for this one! I knew I had it. When I know where it is, and I know the reason I picked this because it was blue and matched it. Well, we found a bookmark in this whole process, right? These next 2 books are actually really exciting. This one book I actually bought from my bookstore because of Pride Month, and it is We Are Totally Normal by Naomi Karakia. I haven't really seen anyone talk about this book at all in BookTube, but I do know that it's gay. I just know that it's gay, and I love the cover. The cover is just honestly the reason I bought it. I can't wait. It's also very short. I believe it's YA. Yeah, the font in itself is huge. So this will be just a fun little book probably to pick up whenever I'm probably feeling slumpy. Which is actually probably now, so I might actually pick this book up soon. The next book was just for my pure happiness and joy, and that is Nick and Charlie by Alice Oseman. I cannot wait to get to this little cute story. I actually plan on picking this up very, very soon. So, yeah, I love this book. This book is honestly like super duper short. There's a whole bunch of illustrations. The actual font in this book is huge. The spacing is huge. This will not take me long to read at all. Can't wait to get to this book because I love me some Nick and Charlie. Love me some Nick and Charlie. Oh, by the way, for those of you who probably don't know where the heck Nick and Charlie is from, it's the Heartstopper series. Nick and Charlie from the Heartstopper series, my favorite graphic novel series of all time. Next is actually a series I bought solely because of Cami from Burrows and Books. This took no convincing at all. Like, at all. So this is a series I've been wanting to get to for years, like actual years, and these covers, I knew I was going to binge this series probably when I do pick it up. And I had to get the entire set. That is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series by Laini Taylor. Am I right? Yes. The Daughter of Smoke and Bone series by Laini Taylor. I cannot wait to get to this. Honestly, I might be reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone very, very soon because she's been staring at me. I also have her facing out in my TBR cart, so that's another reason why. There's so many books on my floor. Oh my god. I need to stop doing this, people. Hold me accountable. Stop letting me buy books. So this next book is actually a very hyped book that I've seen everywhere on BookTube. And the reason I bought it is actually because of Hannah. I'll link Hannah's channel down below also. It's Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. I have not read Penelope Douglas. I'm very excited about Penelope Douglas because everyone tells me I would love her books, especially since I love Kitty Robert. So I picked this up, and I really want to read it. I remember Hannah read it, and then she reread it directly after reading it. Like, that's how good this book was for Hannah. So, I need to get into it. Do I know anything about it? No. Do I want to? No. Cool. Okay, we're almost done. Alright, so these 3 books I literally bought back to back with, like, no issue at all. These are all books I remember buying the very beginning of June. And the reason they're last is because they were on top. Because they're still my most hyped books. But these are all 5-star predictions. And I have this thing where I save my 5-star predictions because I'm too scared that they're not going to be 5 stars, and I just don't read them. But then I read books that I have no intention of reading at all. I have a problem, okay? I acknowledge that. I just need help to fix it. Someone help me. I'm asking for help. Help me, okay? If you know where that's from, tell me in the comments because that shit was funny. Alright. Alright, so this next book is actually a very hyped book for me. It was probably my most anticipated release of the year. Okay, it's probably one of my most anticipated releases of the year. And that is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I cannot wait to read this book. I love everything that Taylor Jenkins Reid has put out. I have read 3 of her works so far. I've read The Seven Husbands Better Than Hugo, which was 5 stars. I also read Daisy Jones and the Sixth, which was also 5 stars. And I also read recently, actually, Forever Interrupted by her, and I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. That book was emotional. I ended up reading that book for Jen's Full Moon Book Club, and it took me over a week and a half to listen to it because it was so emotional. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. Purchased Malibu Rising in the very beginning of June. I have not read it yet because it's a 5-star prediction, and I have issues. This next book, I can't believe I haven't read this book yet. The next book is Ace of Spades by, I apologize in advance for the butchering that's about to go down for this name, Farida Abiki Iamidi. I'm sorry. Can someone please tell me how to actually pronounce this name? Because I've tried Googling it and I can't find it. So if someone can please help me pronounce her name. Thank you. But Ace of Spades is everyone's favorite book, and I match her. I cannot wait for this book and to devour this book. I need to dive into this book now because, like, also she's a little chunky. She's not a short book by any means. But I do think that she's a faster read. She also has a very nice font. You also have the audiobook because the audiobook is available through Scribd. So, why I haven't read this yet, I have no idea. I don't know. This next one, also influenced by Cami. She's the one who told me about this book. This book is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This book is dedicated to Sarah J. Maas. It's also blurbed by Sarah J. Maas. It also came in damaged, but we're not going to talk about that, okay? Because Amazon, you suck. But you're cheap, so I'm going to keep purchasing from you. Sorry, not sorry. This book, I've heard nothing but really good things about this book, and I need to read it. I just really need to read it. Ah! Books are going to be falling! The next book I have is actually a book I really want to read soon. It's actually going to hopefully be a buddy read with Cammie and possibly Issa. I think Issa also wants to read this book. But it's The City of Brass by S.A. Oh, fuck. Chakraborty. S.A. Chakraborty. Oh, it's blurb by Laini Taylor. Cool, I'm excited for this. If you guys don't know, this is probably one of the most hyped books that's been on BookTube for like ever for fantasy readers. I need to read this. Christine from the Movies Digest also talks about this book all the flippin' time, and I need to read it, okay? Now here's the issue, I don't own the other books in this series. And when I finish this, am I going to want the other books in the series? Yes. Am I actually going to read them? No. Do I want to own them though? Yes. She's also so pretty. Like, I'm so happy I got the paperback because look at her. Look at the flop. We love floppiness in this household. We live for it, okay? And this next book is actually a very, very anticipated read for me. I actually mentioned this in my mid-year book freakout tag.
And that is The Prison Healer by Kaylin Bayron. Right? Kaylin? Yes. It's The Prison Heart. Fuck. I always get this and The Prison Healer confused all the fucking time. That book is The Poison Heart by Kaylin. Fuck. I'm tired. I've been filming for like half an hour. I need to stop.
That book is The Prison Heart. No! Oh my god! Alright. Final take, okay? That book is The Poison Heart by Kaylin Bayron. God. Whew. I cannot wait to read this book. There's magic in it. That's all it took for me to purchase this book and this gorgeous, gorgeous cover. We made it to the end, okay? This is the last one. This is also probably the most recent one that I've purchased. I don't think there are any more, but if there are, I always haul books in my goddamn vlogs. Like, all the time. So the last book is The Taking of Jake Livingston by Ryan Douglas. I am very, very excited to get to this book. It's also extremely short. I believe, is this a middle grade? I want to say this is a middle grade. If it's not middle grade, then it's definitely YA. But I'm excited to read this. It's extremely short. Yeah, that's the video. Finally, it only took half a fucking hour. Oh my god. I was kind of hoping it's going to be a fast video, and it's not going to be. Sorry. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed watching it. And stay tuned for some more videos coming soon. Bye.